Hello everybody, welcome back to South Park, The Fractured Butthole. Today we're gonna go get Super Craig. We're gonna go get him on our squad, and then we're gonna go deal with Kyle and his shenanigans. So, you know what? Didn't I already selfie you? I feel like I already did. Hang on.
Yeah, let's selfie.
Yeah, I did. I think I did selfie you already. Yeah. No, back off. Yeah. Alright, so we're gonna go try and get Super Craig. Oh god, the 6th graders. So, you know what? I'm gonna do something stupid. This series, I'm gonna break up this part of the series into. You know what? I feel like talking about it because I'm just feeling. I'm feeling feisty, and I'm gonna bring up something pretty damn embarrassing. You know what? I'll go with it. You mentioned how the teenage years were kind of for the Darkness 2 in the last episode. This episode, we're gonna go over I think the stupidest thing middle school me could have ever done. Oh, right, you gotta be at a distance, because you gotta be, like, back here. Oh, I fucked that up.
The tables are turning.
Shut up, Forthy.
Yeah, it does a little more damage, so. Yeah, fuck up the timing again, damn.
Yes, that was awesome.
So, I would say,
My turn.
alright, I'll give you some backstory here. So, it's February pretty much right now. Right now, you're sitting here about a week away from Valentine's Day. And middle school me wasn't exactly the brightest bulb in the box. But middle school me had middle school guy, you don't really know what the hell's going on. You're just kind of going along for the ride. There we go. Finally got the timing right on that.
Bully has become the bully.
I'm still the bully.
Oh, right, I didn't actually use my thing. Shit. So,
Don't die.
we're close to Valentine's Day, and I'm sitting there,
No mercy, new kid.
just being casual, dorky little me. So I'm hanging out, my little crew, and sitting there getting ready for class.
Tell 'em you guys are kind of scrappy.
Hot chick walks in. Let's go with the name. We'll call her D for right now. So if D walks in, and in my eyes, it's like, damn, this girl is it. Like, I gotta try and get a date with this chick. And I'm like, well, it's coming up on Valentine's Day. Why not? But of course, middle school me was a shy little shit. So my big brain play was, okay, well, how am I gonna get this girl to want to go out with me? Because middle school me, okay, 4'5", not even like 100 pounds, and I was basically like just a fucking twig. Like, I wasn't anything. I was the kind of guy that girls would look at and it's like, yeah, no, you're kind of like, I'll go out with you if you've got a hotter friend that I can get set up with later. So, of course, I'm sitting there and it's like, okay, I gotta try for this, because it's coming up on Valentine's Day, fuck it, tired of being single on Valentine's Day. So my big brain play was, you know what? Let's plan for Valentine's Day. Fuck it, let's go big. Let's do something kinda crazy, and hope it works out. What's the worst that could happen? My brain didn't actually think about what the worst case scenario was, so it was just kind of like, whatever, we'll go for it. Balls to the wall here. Okay, where do I gotta go? Am I at Craig's house yet? Oh, this is Craig's house. Okay, cool. So, and as I'm sitting there, and my brain's like, okay, Valentine's Day, let's prep for it. Still remember how dumb I was. So, Mom needed to go grocery shopping that weekend, just because, gotta get groceries for the week, all that shit. So, I'm sitting there, and I'm like, I ask Mom, and I had a little bit of money on me. Not a ton, but I had a fair amount of money. And so I'm walking over, and I figured, okay, get a card, try that, see how that works.
You do the rest, butthole. Be careful. This is probably the most challenging mission you've ever been given.
Okay, cool. Good. Snap and pops. So, my big brain play was, I'm gonna walk over and get
Look, there he is, in the vent, way up high.
Oh, up there.
Whoa, almost. Do it again. Whoa, there he goes. Follow that guinea pig. Quick, hit that box with your
So, I'm looking over the cards, and I gotta find the card. Like, I'm sitting there, you know what? I'm not gonna lose anything. I gain everything if I make this exactly perfect.
It requires so much skill. Use the power of your ass to overwhelm his super sensitive spell.
Don't know what the hell that's gonna do. But
Fart it
okay.
out, man.
So I'm looking over the cards and I'm like, okay, now I finally get the card, like God tier card. It's perfect. What the hell is Craig doing? Okay, he glitched out for a second there. So I get the card and I'm sitting there and I'm like, okay, great, this is awesome.
We have butt loaded in
And then my brain is like, wait, Valentine's Day. You're supposed to be like romantic and shit. And my brain is going Hollywood. Don't know why my brain decided to go Hollywood, but it did. And so I'm sitting there like, you know what? Let's go for it. I'm gonna go balls to the wall. Might as well just go all in.
Hey there, are you one of Craig's
So
friends? You looking for
after that, it's like, okay, what do I get to go with this card? What if I do a fucking rose? That should work. So I go over, and since the flowered area was like right near it in the grocery store, I go over to the lady. I'm like, how much is it for a rose? Like just one rose. And the girl looks at me. She's like, I think it was like $10 or something for one fucking rose. Not even like a whole bunch or nothing. Like one. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? What in the hell? It is not worth my time to do all that for one goddamn rose. So then my next big brain play was, okay, well, what's another thing people do for Valentine's Day? Candy, chocolate. Sure, I'll go with that. So I'm walking down like the little seasonal aisle there, and then I'm looking around and I'm like, wait, I can't afford an actual rose. So what if I do chocolate rose? So of course I grabbed the two of those, and I had a little bit of money on me. But I go to check out, and Mom is like, okay, well, you know what? I'll buy these for you just because you never really buy specifically things for people on Valentine's Day. Like, I've always had to do, like, the class shit. So, I figured she paid for it, and I was like, okay, cool. So I still kept, like, the probably $10 that I would have spent. But then, my big brain play in my head, mapping out everything in the room and all that. So, go back to school, I think I went, it must have been on Monday that I went back in then. So, I get of course, the school decided to do something different that year for Valentine's Day, where they sold, like, you could get little notes to send to your crush, or, like, boyfriend, girlfriend to be doing that shit, and you could do it for, like, the entire week. My dumbass. God, I look back on it and it was so fucking stupid. I must have sent, they were like, okay, give you a little context, they were 50 cents a piece. I had about $10 that I spent. I think I bought like 20 to 30. All of them got sent to her, and they went to like her homeroom. But of course, brainiac play that I was, I didn't actually sign them. I wrote anonymous. Isn't this Kyle's house here? Oh, this. So it was cool, whatever. Let's just deal with this. So you can get the picture as to how bad I did this. Where I spent that much money on all that. And then, of course, we get the fun of getting to fucking Valentine's Day. Yeah. Was not my best play. Because my big brain play was, what I'll do... Hang on, I gotta focus a little bit for this, because these minigames, like, require 15 buttons. Usually. Of course, I get a simple one when I'm trying to talk about shit. So, of course, then you get to Valentine's Day. Now, she and I had one class together, I think. Actually, no, we had two. One before lunch, one after lunch. So, of course, my play is get her before lunch and make it work. Like, I'm not gonna do anything stupid, hopefully, but I'll make the move where I got this rose, and I know she's already gotten all those freaking notes in the first class. And so my next play was,
Human kite from another universe is behind this.
you know what? I got this card. I signed it, put my name on it, everything, and I got that rose right there. I put it in a little Topps bag, and I decided, fuck it. I'm gonna leave it at her desk where I know she's gonna sit because we've got assigned seats. And I'm just gonna, you know what, when she reads it, hopefully she'll, like, because I sat behind her a few seats. You know what, just turn around, get that smile, get a nod, something, get like the wait to talk to me after class or some shit, and it's like, Yeah, the teacher must have known that I was intentionally doing something, because that's the one day of the year. You know how the universe sends you a signal that they really want you to fuck up and something is just not going to go right? That day, the teacher literally threw out the seating chart. She quite literally, when everybody walked into the room as like a big crowd, that was when she said, "Hey guys, you don't need to use the seating chart today. You can sit wherever you want." And my heart dropped. It didn't drop all the way into my ass. It dropped like just above my stomach. So it wasn't totally messed up. But it was still like not exactly going good. So did I just beat Kyle? Why is he on 1? He should be dead.
Okay, I think my inner ear fluids have stabilized now. That last hit didn't count, right? I'm undoing that damage, okay,
So,
Kyle?
my friend, and of course I'm sitting there, and as she sits next to her friend, and my head is going to every sort of different direction. Like, no one sat at that desk. They saw that bag, and I think everybody else just ignored it. Whereas me, I'm like, are you guys fucking kidding me? What the hell? I got no words. So, of course, I'm sitting there the whole class. She never moves her seat. Nothing. Oh, you people suck. We're gonna get as much damage as we can again. Because this dude likes to negate damage. But, I'm sitting there. I get all the way through that fucking class. And classes, I think, were like 40 minutes. That was the longest 40 minutes of middle school. And it's... So my big brain play was, she's got to get this card. She's got to fucking get it. It's nothing. This is like the last shot. Because I'm not giving it to her after lunch, because, well, the thing is chocolate. She's going to want to eat it, so she can eat it at lunch. I remember the play, and I hated myself immediately after it. I didn't, like, you know, in my head, I felt like I was doing something, like, you know, so cool, so nonchalant, you know, it was, like, nothing big.
I thought I should get this turn instead of the new kid because he didn't wait when I said timeout earlier, so I think it should be my turn now.
You
Are you
prick.
kidding me? That's totally cheating.
So, and I'm sitting there, like, in my head, I was smooth as hell. Oh, he lives this hit, you bastard. You know, fine, we'll get 2 hits in now. And I'll take you down with my ultimate. Even though I know how this fight is supposed to end. This doesn't even break his armor? Shit. Well, I know he'll die with enough of this, so... But... So in my head, that play worked out flawlessly. But what actually happened was I grabbed the bag and almost, like, punched her in the face. Because I was short. I had to... Like, my head wanted to, like, aim up, and I was like, here, this is for you. And then, of course... Oh my god, I was so dumb. But I looked at the bag, my head went, my eyes went to the floor, the bag went to her, and all I heard was, like, her saying an awkward, like, thanks. Then she took the bag and walked out. Everybody in the room was just staring at me. And when I finally, like, looked up and saw that she'd left, I was just like, I was like, okay, fine. Maybe after lunch she'll say something, like, she didn't open it there. Literally the entirety of lunch, and I was normally at lunch I was playing cards with Jason and a few other guys, but that day I just kind of like put my head at the table and was like, I just want to die, because everybody at that, if you were like every grade you were in, like 6, 7, and 8, all had different lunches, I think. Or no, you didn't have different lunches. You weren't split up by grade. You were just split up into 2 cafeterias because there were so many people going to lunch at one time. But so I had probably the most awkward lunch, and Jason was looking at me because he knew I was doing it from the start. Like, Jason and I were kind of like the wingman. Jason and I were like back-and-back wingmans. Like, the two of us would easily have gone to bat for each other if we needed to. And we've done, like, Jay and I have known each other long enough. Like, easily. We've done that a few hundred times. Maybe not 100, but, you know, I'd help him out, he helps me out, all that shit. Wait, what am I supposed to do? Good question. What do I gotta do? I helped Kyle, I helped him. I got Randy's fucking mission. Am I helping Cartman? Where do I gotta go? Okay, that's Craig's thing. Do I just not have a mission right now? Or is my mission to go fight the 6th graders? I don't know. Oh, yeah, now he's gonna tell me. So, yeah. It was an awkward kind of... And, of course, Jason looked at me, he's like, dude... Because this school wasn't exactly big. Oh. Okay, yeah. There we go. So, it wasn't like a big school, but... If you did something stupid... Everything got spread around.
Every artifact has a specific place it can be slotted on your body. Equip this one.
Like, you were... Like, my dumbass move... It took about 2 minutes for the entire school to know what the hell I had done.
It might be a little uncomfortable at first. Your DNA is fusing with it.
So, cool, great, fidget spinners. Ugh.
Find more artifacts out there during your superhero adventures. I think you're ready to take on those 6th graders now. Go give...
So my brain was like, okay, the whole school knows I'm fucked. But of course, you do something embarrassing in middle school, it's life or death at that point for you. Like, if you don't get it right, you make the wrong play, GG, you're dead. Like, you got no hope. So for me, I put it all on the line on that play. Like, you know what? Took all the chips I had, put it all on red, and let it ride. But, yeah, it didn't work out the way I wanted it to at all. Okay.
Hey, that little fourthy again. All right, fourthy, time to teach you a lesson.
Damn it. There we go. I'll get the hit in. So, it was so bad. So, of course, after lunch, we had a class together. And I was sitting there just like the whole time. I wasn't even listening to what the teacher was saying. And I'm sitting there just like, I'm going to keep it on heroic. Like, I'm sitting there just distracted as hell because we had 2 classes in a row together. And her lunch, I think, was in the other cafeteria. But I'm sitting there just like, please, for the love of God, do not let everyone... And everybody in the room had eyes on me to see what I was going to do next. Like, how dumb is this dipshit really going to be? To where he actually made the dumbest fucking IQ play. And now this is what he's working with. So I'm sitting there just... I'm sitting there waiting, and of course, after class, she comes up, pulls me aside, and she's like, hey, like, thanks for the gesture, but it's gonna have to be a no. It was a no. Sorry. And then I'm sitting there just like, you know what, on the outside, you know, it's kind of like, you're alright with it. You're just like, okay, yep, that's cool. Don't worry about it. Fine. I'm alright. You know, nothing to worry about. And then, of course, when she said that, everybody in the school heard it. And it's like, you seriously just fucking made that dumb shit play. And of course, Jason came up to me and like gave me like a bro hug after that. I remember that was like by far the dumbest fucking play I had ever fucking made. And that's a Valentine's Day I don't forget just because it was so goddamn dumb. Nice job killing your own buddy, stupid. So, I mean, of course, what's funny is, you know, she was still in the same school for pretty much the entire time after that anyway. But, after that, it's actually kind of funny that high school, the little sentimental value of it, she actually kept the stem from that rose, because she told me about it later. Because we were still friends, like, it didn't matter at the end of the day, because she was still, like, in friends with Jason and the rest of our squad, so I didn't care. It was just kind of a little awkward for a couple weeks after that, but then when she told me about it, she's like, yeah, I still have it. It was like, wow.
That was pretty badass.
I didn't actually remember it, because I tried to black that part out of my memory, but it was, definitely, it kind of showed me a little bit, like, wow. And of course, I don't think she realized then that the notes were all for me, because most people just threw them out, but I remember that week, I don't think anybody sent me any of those, but yet everybody that I knew saw me dropping like 10, 20 bucks on fucking stupid ass. Like, I was so stupid. Nobody went to the limit I did. Like, it was bad. I mean, can I just fuck you up? Oh, I doesn't even knock the bucket off the roof. Lame. Alright, let's get this fast pass thing. Yeah, I gotta go talk with fucking Mosquito. So, I don't know, so that's probably the most embarrassing moment out of middle school that ever fucking happened. Yes, I know I gotta go deal with that, but I want to get this. Oh, shit. It was bad. I mean, now that I'm thinking about it again, it was just, like, dorky kid shit. But then in the moment, like, I would, you know what? If I had had a high moment to jump off the roof, I would have. Like, if I'd actually done something worthy of getting a peak like that, but nah, and of course, I came home after that, like, depressed as shit. Because got rejected by the girl of the dream. Like, really? That had to just happen? So, but that's enough embarrassing shit for this episode. So I'm going to end this one here. We're going to come back in the next episode where we get to go deal with Mosquito and figure out all the weaknesses for our character and shit. So, if you guys did enjoy, do the YouTube stuff down below. If, like I said in the last episode, if you want to see this game continued and finished soon, let me know down in the comment section below or tomorrow on stream. It's earlier than I think it's earlier than I expected for the stream, which I'll tell you right now since I think this is like the middle of the day upload. But I believe we are doing it. Should have the message here. Where is it? Maybe I don't. Shite. Alright, so I believe we're starting at 10:30 tomorrow. 10:30 a.m. It's going to be a little bit longer of a stream. Probably do like a 10:30 to like 3:30, somewhere in there. It's going to be a fun stream. But with that, I'm going to get up out of here, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye.